hurry up.
My daughter's name is Jahylin Elizabeth Ledretta Collins McKee, but I mean she's known as Jaybird, Jahylin Elizabeth.
And for the people outside of Atlanta, I would say that I'm from Atlanta. For the people who are from Atlanta, I would say that I'm from Lawrenceville, Georgia. I keep having these like confirmation moments in my life, especially like in my career, where I always get reminded that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. 7 years. Well, shoot, it's really going on 8 years.
Yep, it will be soon.
Unique was my mentee. and then I got Unique to run for Miss Junior when I was running for Miss Savannah State.
She definitely did.
Yep. And then we was the dream team.
No, tell them about the time when I did your makeup in the car.
Wait, when you did my makeup in the car?
Remember I did your makeup in the car?
Where were we going?
I don't know. Remember we was here in Atlanta and I did your makeup in the car. You was getting ready to go to some event and you was rushing. You was like, Nick, can you do my makeup in the car?
So here we are in the car.
Always been in different activities. I mean, anything that she can be in, she was in it. From gymnastics, from theater, in the summertime going to all different types of universities. I started her out young and doing a lot of different things that I wasn't afforded when I was growing up.
My junior year and my senior year, I started becoming really involved on campus. I was a campus queen every year. I was a residential queen. I was a class queen. Then I eventually became Miss Savannah State, and whereas at historically black colleges and universities, that's kind of like a really pristine title to have because you get a sash, you get a crown, you're kind of like the face of the university. I was like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I need this to see if I can do PR. So I took that experience on as me being my very first client, believe it or not. So I kind of put a bet on myself and I said, I'm gonna run for Miss Savannah State and I'm gonna apply it as if this is a PR campaign. And if I win Miss Savannah State, I'll pursue PR, and if I don't, then I need to go find another major. So I'm gonna give y'all a disclaimer throughout the day. You're gonna learn that I'm a pretty extra person. The fact that I have somebody in the back of a Lincoln recording my life, I don't think it gets any more interesting than that. But, you know, it's a good day because majority of the day or majority of the time I don't look like this when I'm doing my job. So, y'all generation, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Some of y'all are lazy. I'm not saying y'all because shout out to y'all, but y'all lazy. Y'all gotta really hold each other accountable, and even the people who aren't in the room, y'all gotta really let them know look, nothing is handed to y'all. Doing social media before social media was a real job. You know, I was doing a show and I did whatever it took to get in the room so that way I could stay in the room. So when I got in the room, she offered me, long story short, she offered me an opportunity to be Remy Ma's social media manager, and I got a chance to, and because of that, Remy trusted me enough to be her personal assistant. I learned so much. I was traveling with her. It was me, her, Papoose, and the bodyguard. I'll never forget, I traveled to 3 different states in one day. She asked me if I was a videographer. I said, yeah. I didn't know, but let me tell y'all what I did though. Again, I made lemons with lemonade. I begged the person whose couch I was sleeping on, I begged him to use his his video camera, and I hit up all my friends from Mass Comm, and I said, look, I'm working for Remy. I'm gonna film this. I don't know what I'm doing. Can I send you the raw image, and then you send it back to me, and can you edit it? Can you edit the photos? And he was like, yeah, I got you. So she didn't have no idea that I wasn't even a videographer, but I was making it work. And that's something that you guys have to do. You guys have to have the art of finesse. Y'all gotta think on y'all feet. So once again, thank you guys so much. I'm so proud of y'all. And y'all keep doing the damn thing. Yes.
These kids.
They needed to hear that though.
Yeah.
I could tell I caught them off guard when I was asking them that.
I'm telling you, but this whole program, like I was telling Brittany, like, but I've never heard of
I have
Edward Waters before.
And I'm glad, and I'm so glad y'all put them on.
Right. So the goal is to get notoriety to all these smaller schools because we already.
But I'm gonna tell you, that's what's gonna separate y'all from everything else.
Everybody
like
go to Howard's and stuff like that.
But not only that, all these brands, like at the end of the day, it's the money.
Right.
It's the funding. They like Spelman has enough money. Morehouse has enough money. Like FAMU, they have enough money. But like you donating to Edwards Waters, that's gonna help them keep the lights on. Like Benedict College, I remember that year, Benedict College was about to lose their accreditation and they ain't had the money, and they was trying to raise money. Like that's what it's really is. That's what it really boils down to keep the lights on.
Yeah. So and that's what
I feel like people don't really talk about post-graduation depression enough.
Graduated, Miss Advanced State, all this good stuff, right?
Right.
When you graduate with about $500 in your account,
Yes.
and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna just take a leap of faith and I'm gonna just move to New York and chase this dream. You know.
Yes.
So what was that transition like from being a big fish in a little pond to being a small fish in a big ocean as an aspiring publicist?
Honestly, it was overwhelming.
Okay.
Because I went from being that girl to girl.
Like, who are you? And I feel like it was even more of a pressuring feeling because I was so involved, and I was the highest of high positions that you could have as a student at Savannah State. Like I literally, even years from now when I graduate and when I come back on campus, I'm gonna always have that stigma, or I'm gonna always have that stigma of being this perfect public figure to the HBCU community. You got a picture or something? Like what kind of, is it a flyer or is it a picture of you? Okay. Can you hop in on the YBM team about this call that we were supposed to do? Because I got put on a party promoting flyer. Like y'all know that's Atlanta culture. Like going to the club, getting the section. I'll never forget Yalissa Salette, and she called me from New York, and she was just figuring it out. She moved to Harlem. So she called me up and she was like, "Girl, what you doing?" And I was like, "What?" She was like, "This isn't even you." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I could be a party promoter. Like he said, I could get paid for it." She said, "Bring your ass to New York and come sleep on my couch, and we're gonna figure out this PR shit for you."
How did I feel when she moved to New York? Oh my God.
This heart of mine, I'm losing my lover to the arms of another. New York City, please go easy on me. City of gods.
You know, this funny because I've never, a lot of things that Jahylin has done, that was always what I wanted to do. Because my goal was not to just stop in Atlanta. I wanted to move to New York. And for her to go to New York, and I never really told her that. That was scary. I was concerned because it's it's a city that never sleeps. You know, it's the concrete jungle. You know, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Show me.
So you can't do nothing.
I ain't gonna touch nothing.
Ain't nothing like a TL head ball, you feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got them in that bit like this here the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I ain't doing that,
Yeah.
your shit ain't here.
Okay.
Man.
Damn, it has been that long.
Right.
We was babies.
We still doing this shit though.
We are. So like now that like, you know, we kind of like moving the needle, because I feel like, I know for me, like I feel like I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. But like even like just on some PR shit, like what do you feel like you've learned, or like what do you feel like, how do you feel like you can
be positioned now versus when you was trying to get positioned with it back then?
I think back then I ain't know how. You feel me? And that was like a big thing. You feel me? Like I felt like shit should go my way because this is how I wanted to go, and it needed to go like this, but that's not how shit works.
Do I believe that I was blessed with talent? Absolutely. One thing I want to say is heavy is the head that wears the crown. And I feel like I said, the work that I do is spiritual, and I feel like the responsibility that I carry to amplify people's voices is something deeper than just having the skill set, but having the emotional and the spiritual IQ to be able to bring someone's idea to life and execute it in a way that's so strategic to the point where they're believing in themselves. They're feeling like their voice matters, their stories matters. And I'm just here to be a vessel. I'm here to just shed light on the talents that God has blessed other people with through my own storytelling. That's it.